Certainly be nice for Efren to exert himself at this point, to kind of reestablish himself in this match.
I'm not sure he realizes that.
After sitting there for so long, there's even a situation as routine as this one is still very difficult and requires total focus.
I know for a fact that it takes them a lot of time to, they need a lot of time to warm up just before a match. But sitting there for about 15-20 minutes, just looking at your opponent certainly will take a lot out of you.
Yeah. Now, Efren practiced on this table yesterday, and he played a game called Straight Pool. And in that game, he made 98 consecutive balls. I happened to be the lucky opponent. But believe me when I tell you, I totally enjoy his command of this game of pool. The way he moves the cue ball around. Judicious use of speed and angles.
Reyes tries to get back and narrows the gap. It is now 14-9 in favor of Earl Strickland.
You know, in the United States, a lot of the men pro players, a lot of them are maybe a little bit jealous of Earl, but because he's had wild success there. But they also feel that sometimes his behavior is less than becoming for the sport. But I'm here to tell you that most of that is kind of a petty jealousy thing. Mm-hmm. That there's other guys that act in worse behavior, but because these other guys can beat them, they don't seem to mind it near as much as Earl poses the big threat, the big hammer at a tournament. So. And not that he doesn't make his own bed sometimes and kind of get people rooting against him. And I'm not sure. Sometimes I think he kind of likes that adversarial relationship with the audience, the opponent, or whoever.
Well, we've seen that happen in this match, and we've seen how it has propelled Earl Strickland to where he is now, which is in the lead.
Yeah, it's working well right now. Let me tell you, it can go the other way on him. I've seen it burn him many times. And in all honesty, he really hasn't been the beneficiary of a great deal of luck in this match so far. He's what he's made, he's created.
He's worked for it.
I remember a position where he hadn't made a ball in the break several times, and he finally he just up and made a jump bank shot to just to get an offensive turn. Well, there's a patented power shot. When you hit a ball that hard, you absolutely have to be deathly accurate. Yeah, he took a little gamble, and this was a byproduct of just being a little bit loose and carefree on the ball, preceding the four ball. And he's absolutely unhappy with the outcome of this.
Well, Efren will now try and seize the opportunity of that error by Earl Strickland, and he buries his face in his hands.
We're going to see a little bit of power on this shot. And he played it the smart way rather than try to come back on top of it and risk a scratch. He achieved one of the most difficult angles in pool. Is this kind of shooting to a blind pocket because you got to shoot out away from the rail.
He hit it pretty accurate.
He made a terrific shot, but he gave up a little bit of an ideal position play with in an attempt to make a difficult shot. Now he's clearly not happy with the outcome of this.
Oh, yes.
What kind of a shot you think he'll play? Clearly there's not much of an offensive opportunity. My prediction is he's going to move the 9-ball to the end rail that it's pointed at now and attempt to maneuver the cue ball back to this end rail, leaving maximum distance and rail-to-rail possibility. He's got the 9-ball pretty good. And
he said he wasn't blessed with too much luck with that the other shot, and his aim was just to make it a little bit more difficult for Earl.
Now, this is by no means a routine bank shot because it's what we call off angle. You notice the alignment of the 1 and the 9 is very straight, so now Earl has to cut the ball to get the proper angle to head toward the pocket. This type shot's played with enough speed that the 9-ball could go 2 cushions and make pretty good crisp speed. He hit it very well. That was an excellent shot, and he just wasn't rewarded, but he made a tremendous attempt. And we'll chalk one up for tactics that time. Oh, yeah. Good safety won that game.
Well, Efren Reyes did not let that situation with the 9-ball unnerve him. Just played to the best of his abilities to get back to that. Now Earl Strickland's lead is down to 4 at 14-10, and it will be Efren Reyes' turn at the break.
Well, the match has lived up to its billing completely.
Certainly, yes. Well, the pool enthusiasts that have gathered here at Ridgeway certainly are getting what they expected from these two top caliber players. We've seen a lot already in this short time that
we certainly have.
In every facet of the game.
We've really not witnessed a match of this length with the stakes riding on them like we have here, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out over 3 days.
Well, everybody's looking forward to seeing a lot of superb pool between these two players.
Now, I want you to notice he's moved 8 of the 9 balls from the rack to the other opposite end of the table. This is a byproduct of a good square hit. And it's really bad luck that he didn't make a ball on the break because he hit them very dynamically. The best breakers in the world make a ball on the break without scratching somewhere in the vicinity of 2/3 of the time. So even the best breakers have a 1/3 failure rate, and it's just out of their control. All you can do is make a great hit, but beyond that, you're subject to a little bit of luck.
Yes.
Earl made a tremendous safety there. It was an off-angle position, and Efren is really going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat now to turn this game around. Okay. Made a good hit. He was rewarded, but he was a little fortunate too. He had the possibility of a scratch there, and he really didn't leave Earl much of an offensive shot, I don't think, unless it's a cut in the side. Oh, yeah, the angle was a little bit deceiving. I think
that from our vantage point.
Now the transition from the 2 to the 3 to the 4 will dictate the outcome of this rack. He used the side of the pocketed it nicely, and that changed the ideal position on the 3. He'll do the backspin.
Ooh.
That's one of the first missed balls we've seen. And you can see by where the cue ball went, he needed to hit that outside portion of the pocket in order to maintain the angle that he was looking for. Now, Efren's hit a massive backspin shot, and
again,
not been rewarded. He made a great shot there. Unfortunately, there's some risk involved in those type shots. So hit him with that volume of power and speed and spin.
And you give him some control.
Yeah. You know, that shot, interestingly enough, I know Efren kind of practice stroked it a couple times afterwards, and he's logging that away mentally, the reaction that he got from the cloth there. And by the end of the week, shots like that, he will have those down to where he has